bunch of people crying. Something I didn't want to see. I don't really want to see it, but I seen a body land on the ground. I didn't want to see that also.
Took my baby's life away. He took my best friend, my niece. How could you put us in so much pain? You're a coward, and God will deal with you. My God will deal with you.
I was told to have kids, right? And that's a blessing, which I can see that message. You know, this is what I have to deal with. I have to deal with this and this.
Every time we come here, it was always a mess.
Marcus, how does it feel to be the favorite child?
It feels amazing.
It feels amazing. Yes. Yes, I got the boat with me so you didn't have to get it. Okay, okay.
You know that friend who keeps going back to the same dusty, rusty, crusty man who hasn't had a W since Bush was in office? The one where every time she mentions his name, the whole group chat collectively sighs and somebody types, "Girl, please, not him again?" The one where you're watching her build an empire while he's building, well, nothing really, except maybe a higher tolerance? Well, Jennifer Bellany was that friend. Except the difference is, she wasn't just paying his rent and making excuses for why he couldn't keep a job. She was literally paying with her life. And her 15-year-old daughter, Anastasia, a straight A student with her whole future ahead of her. She paid too. This man had nothing going for him. No job, no home, no ambition, no redeeming qualities whatsoever. But you know what he did have? The audacity. Mountains of it. Enough audacity to fill AT&T Stadium twice. And somehow that audacity was enough to convince this intelligent, successful, beautiful woman to keep giving him chances. Until he ran out of chances and decided to take everything from her instead.
Bellany.
Y'all go shot with Bellany.
Yeah. So I got somebody say Bellany, say Bellany.
Hey, Bellany.
Yeah. Bellany. Yeah. Bellany.
Bellany.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all go cop that new Bellany right now. Need it right now. Man, go check out that hot seat, man.
Yes.
Born on May the 1st, 1989, Jennifer Bellany grew up in North Lauderdale, Florida. And if you ask anybody who knew her, they'd tell you the same thing. This woman was slight. Not just pretty, not just smart, but the kind of person who walked into a room and suddenly everybody felt a little bit better about their day. She had that energy, you know? The kind that makes you want to be around her. The kind that makes you feel like everything's gonna be okay even when it's not. And above everything else, Jennifer was a mom. She had 3 kids, and her whole world revolved around those babies. Her oldest, Anastasia, or Nana as Jennifer called her, was 15 years old and basically Jennifer's best friend. They had that mother-daughter relationship that people write books about, you know? Not just I'm your parent, but I'm your person. Jennifer would post about Nana constantly, talking about how this girl was her motivation, her reason for change, her angel. In April 2022, just days before everything went to hell, Jennifer posted about how the world wasn't ready for what Anastasia was going to bring to it. Turns out the world never got the chance to find out. But we'll get to that.
Good morning. Today's Wednesday. Today I woke up. I said I'm going to be happy. I don't care what's going on around me. I'm going to embrace the notion of happiness today. And I would like everyone that's following me on social media to do the same. Forgive that person that hurt you the most. Let that pain go. Take the initiative on your business. If you have to change something like stop smoking or anything of that nature, do it. Today's the day. Don't wait for tomorrow. Do it today. All right? Yay! Happy Wednesday.
Jennifer wasn't just about inspirational quotes, though. She was out here living it. This woman worked multiple jobs while going to college, studying business and finance like her life depended on it. Because honestly, it did. She was determined to build not just a career, but a whole legacy. Financial independence wasn't just a goal for her, it was a mission. She wanted to create generational wealth, wanted to break cycles, wanted to make sure her kids never had to struggle the way she did. So she started Bologna Financial Services. And let me tell you, this woman was good at what she did. Tax preparation? She got you. Credit repair? She got you. Real estate? She got you. Jennifer wasn't just making money. She was helping other people make money, teaching them how to build wealth, how to fix their credit, how to invest smart. Her clients loved her because she wasn't just professional. She was personal. She cared. She wanted to see people win. But here's where the story gets complicated, because while Jennifer was out here building this beautiful empire, there was someone watching from the sidelines who wasn't celebrating her success. Someone who, instead of being proud, was getting more and more resentful every single day. And that someone? That was Andre. Now let's talk about how Jennifer ended up tied to this man in the first place. Because it didn't start out as a disaster. It actually started kind of sweet. Which is how these things always start, isn't it? Back in college, Jennifer met Andre O'Dane Anglin. He was a fellow student, had that charm going for him, you know the type. Smooth talker, confident, probably knew exactly what to say to make her feel special. And Jennifer, who came from a strict household where she wasn't even supposed to have a boyfriend, fell hard. In her eyes, this man could do no wrong. They spent all their time together, sharing dreams and goals, talking about the future they were going to build together. Young love, right? We've all been there. They dated throughout college, and after they graduated, they decided to make it official. Got married, had a whole wedding celebration, exchanged vows about building a life together. And for a minute there, it probably seemed like everything was going according to plan. Then came the babies. First Anastasia, who became the absolute center of Jennifer's universe. This woman was obsessed with her daughter in the best way possible, constantly posting about her, talking about her, celebrating every little milestone. Then came 2 sons, and suddenly Jennifer had a full house, 3 kids who needed her, depended on her, looked up to her. And that's when things started to shift. See, having kids changes everything. Suddenly, you need more money, not less. More stability, not less. More help, not less. And that's where Andre started to show his true colors, because while Jennifer stepped up, Andre stepped back. At first, it probably seemed like just a rough patch. Maybe he was having trouble finding work. The economy's tough, right? Maybe he just needed some time to figure things out. But days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Months turned into years. And this man still wasn't contributing. No job. No income. No effort, really, to change the situation. Meanwhile, Jennifer was out here doing everything. Working multiple jobs, running her business, taking care of 3 kids, managing the household, paying all the bills. Every single one. The mortgage, Jennifer, the groceries. Jennifer, the kids' school supplies. Jennifer, the utilities, you already know. Jennifer. And Andre? Let me tell you what Andre was doing. This man was perfecting his couch impression like it was an Olympic sport. His biggest daily achievement was probably rolling a blunt without dropping any weed on the carpet. Groundbreaking work, truly. Someone get this man a participation trophy and a LinkedIn endorsement for maintains consistent mediocrity. So Jennifer's juggling 3 jobs and 3 kids while building her business. And Andre's over there contributing absolutely nothing but his opinion on what's for dinner. Sir, if you're not buying the groceries, cooking the food, or paying the bills, you don't get an opinion on the menu. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, like we tell the children. But it gets worse, because not contributing financially, that was just the beginning. Over time, Andre became controlling, emotionally abusive, the kind of man who tears you down instead of building you up, who makes you question yourself instead of supporting you, who uses your love for him as a weapon against you. Jennifer's family and friends could see it. They knew Andre was dead weight. They watched Jennifer carry this whole grown man on her back for years, while he contributed nothing but stress and chaos. But Jennifer, she kept hoping he'd change, kept believing that somewhere inside, this man was the person she fell in love with in college, kept thinking, maybe if I just love him enough, support him enough, pray for him enough, he'll finally step up. Spoiler alert, he never did. So we left off with Jennifer doing everything while Andre was doing his best impression of a decorative throw pillow. Pretty useless, but somehow still taking up space on the couch. But it gets so much worse from here because what started as financial neglect turned into something way more dangerous. The arguments started getting more frequent, more intense, more scary. Andre's temper was getting unpredictable, and Jennifer was starting to realize that the man she married wasn't just lazy, he was dangerous. And here's where Jennifer finally decides enough is enough. February 2018, Jennifer goes to court and files for a domestic violence restraining order. Good. Finally. Protection, right? Safety? Boundaries? Some legal backup that says, stay away from me or go to jail. Well, hold on, because this is where the system decides to play games with her life. She misses one court hearing, probably because she's busy working 3 jobs and raising 3 kids by herself, while this man contributes nothing. And the court's like, well, I guess you don't need protection anymore. And dismisses the entire thing. Just throws it out like yesterday's leftovers. Because apparently, if you're too busy surviving to make it to court, you must not be in that much danger, right? The logic isn't logicking. So Jennifer shows up the very next day, April 5th, 2018, probably looking at the judge like, excuse me, I was busy trying not to die. Can we run that back? And she gets the restraining order reinstated. Beautiful. We love to see a woman fighting for her safety. Except, here's the part that makes me want to flip a table. She lets it expire 12 days later. 12 days. Now, before the comment section starts attacking Jennifer, let me be very clear about something. Leaving an abuser is the most dangerous thing a woman can do. The statistics are terrifying. Most domestic violence murders happen after the woman leaves, not during the relationship. So I understand the fear. I understand the psychological manipulation. I understand trauma bonds and all of that. But here's what really gets me heated. This man had nothing to offer her. Let me list Andre's credentials for you. No job? Check. No home? Check. No prospects? Check, check, check. A domestic violence conviction from 2009. That's 13 years of documented violent behavior. Check, 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 check. This man was out here collecting red flags like they were Pokemon cards. And Jennifer still thought maybe he'll change. Baby, the only thing this man was gonna change was the Netflix password after you paid for the subscription. That's it. That's the whole list of potential changes. And here's the sad truth that nobody wants to say out loud. A loser has nothing to lose. When you've got no job, no home, no money, no prospects, no purpose, what exactly are you afraid of losing? Jennifer had everything to lose. She had her business, her babies, her future, her life. Andre had already lost everything that mattered. He just hadn't accepted it yet. And that made him dangerous. Because a man with nothing to lose will take everything from you, just to make himself feel like he has power over something. But wait, it gets even more manipulative. Because every time Jennifer tried to set boundaries or leave, Andre would threaten to off himself. Just take the easy way out, erase himself from the equation. And Jennifer and her family, they'd get on the phone and pray with this man. Spend hours talking him down, begging him not to do it, telling him life is worth living, his kids need him, God has a plan for him, all of that. You know what that is? That's emotional terrorism. That's holding someone hostage with guilt. Because now every time Jennifer tries to protect herself, she's got to worry, what if he actually does it and it's my fault? That's the trap. He couldn't control her with love anymore, so he tried to control her with fear. Fear of what he'd do to himself, when really the whole time she should have been worried about what he'd do to her. Because here's the thing about people who threaten to unalive themselves to manipulate you. They usually don't actually want to die. They want control. They want you to come running back, proving you still care, proving they still matter. It's not about escape. It's about power. And when Andre finally did take the coward's exit after murdering Jennifer and Anastasia, he didn't do it to escape guilt. He did it because he still wanted control. He wanted to deny Jennifer's family the satisfaction of seeing him in handcuffs, seeing him sentenced, seeing him held accountable. Even in death, even at the very end, it was all about him.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I have something on my mind. It is about forgiveness. If someone hurts you and you know that you're good to that person, forgive them. You're not doing it for them, you're doing it for yourself. I promise you. There's something I learned in my life. Taking vengeance in your own hands, it doesn't work. It doesn't even compare to what God will do to that person for you. Because God is very protective over his children. All right? So have faith in the Lord, pray, and forgive, and let it go. Okay? That person that did wrong to you is sleeping in their bed happily because they don't have no conscience. They're not accountable. They're not respectful. They don't have their stuff filled. So why would they care about what they do to you? Let it go. God will take care of them for you. I promise you. I see it through my own life. Let God deal with your problems. Let it go. Forgive. All right?
Look at that. Jennifer's literally telling people to let God handle revenge, to forgive, to let it go. And the whole time, Andre's probably watching these videos getting more mad that she's out here happy and healing and moving forward without him. So they officially divorce in 2020. Jennifer is done. Finito. She tried for over a decade to make this man into something he was never going to be. And she finally accepted that you can't fix a man who doesn't want to be fixed. You can't pour from an empty cup. And Andre wasn't just empty. He had a hole in the bottom. But Andre wasn't ready to accept that it was over. According to Jennifer's aunt Belinda, in the weeks and months leading up to April 2022, Andre was pressed about getting back together. Kept texting, kept calling, kept showing up, kept asking if they could work it out. And Jennifer, being the kind-hearted person she was, didn't just tell him to kick rocks. She actually tried to help him. Offered to help him find an apartment. Connected him with a pastor who sent him money to get a place. This woman was literally helping her abusive ex-husband get housing, and he still wasn't satisfied. Because he didn't want an apartment. He didn't want help. He wanted her. He wanted to move back in, wanted things to go back to how they were when he could sit on the couch all day while she handled everything. He wanted his personal ATM machine back. He wanted his punching bag back. He wanted his sense of control back. And when Jennifer made it clear that ship had sailed, had left the harbor, had crossed the Atlantic Ocean, and was currently docked in Europe, that's when Andre decided if he couldn't have her, nobody could. April 13th, 2022. Wednesday morning. Just a regular day. Or at least it started that way. Jennifer's getting her kids ready for school like she does every morning. You know the routine. Making breakfast, finding backpacks, making sure everybody's got their shoes on, probably breaking up some sibling argument about who gets to sit in the front seat, or some other kid drama. She's on the phone with her mother, just chatting. When she says something that makes her mom's blood run cold. I think I saw Andre outside. Now, her mama's probably instantly on alert, asking questions, telling her to call the police, to get back inside, to do something. But Jennifer just says, "I'll talk to you later," and hangs up. Those were the last words her mother ever heard from her. "I'll talk to you later." Except there wasn't going to be a later. Jennifer walks outside with the kids, her two sons. One still small enough to need a car seat. The other one probably excited about school or maybe dreading a test. Who knows? They're already in the car. Anastasia's got her backpack on, probably thinking about her classes, her friends, her plans for after school. Just a normal 15-year-old girl living her normal life. And Andre had been waiting. This man had the time and energy to plan an ambush, to hide outside their home like some kind of discount action movie villain, but couldn't find the energy to fill out a job application in 13 years. Make it make sense. I'll wait. He shoots Jennifer first. Multiple times. Then Anastasia, this baby, this 15-year-old girl who he raised, who called him daddy, who was his daughter. She tries to run. She drops her backpack and her brother's backpack, trying to get away, trying to survive, and this man chases her down and shoots her too. Multiple times, made sure she wouldn't make it. At least 8 gunshots rang out that morning. A witness who called 911 said they heard screaming between the shots. Screaming, can you imagine? And then the screaming stopped. This happened at 9 a.m. 9 in the morning, in a parking lot, in broad daylight, where neighbors could hear, where a daycare down the street went into full lockdown because the gunshots were so loud, where Jennifer's 2 sons were sitting in that car, one of them still strapped in his car seat, probably swinging his little legs waiting for Mommy to come back. Except Mommy wasn't coming back. And neither was their big sister. These babies watched their father delete their entire family. That's the last memory they have of their mother and sister. Not a hug goodbye, not an I love you, not a have a good day at school. Just violence, just horror. Just their father proving that when a man has nothing to lose, he'll take everything from you just to feel powerful one last time.
We also have an update right now at noon after a double murder in North Lauderdale. We brought you this story as breaking news at noon yesterday.
Now a manhunt is underway for this suspect. Local 10 News reporter Sarah Onwar is live at the scene.
And you have new details about the victim, and as well as a woman and her teenage daughter, both these victims.
That's right, Christy and Janice. We did learn those new details today. I also checked in with Broward Sheriff's Office. They say this man is still at large. The man they say killed this woman and her daughter. We also learned their identities this morning. friends telling us Jennifer Bellany, seen in this photo, and her teenage daughter were the victims of Wednesday's horrific crime in North Lauderdale. A day later, the search continues for the man investigators say shot and killed them. The manhunt is on to find Andre O'Dane Anglin. Deputies say he's still at large. Our crew on scene Wednesday as a woman runs, screaming after the shooting.
Seen a bunch of people crying. Something I didn't want to see. I don't really want to say it, but I seen a body land on the ground. I didn't want to see that also.
Broward Sheriff's deputies say it happened around 9 a.m. Wednesday. They got a call to a shooting on the 7900 block of Tam O'Shanter Boulevard. When they got here, 2 people were found shot and killed outside a home. Sky 10 showing 2 yellow tarps covering their bodies and a blue car with its doors open. A child's car seat can be seen in the back seat. 2 backpacks are on the ground. Investigators on scene for hours gathering evidence. Deputies asking anyone with information on Anglin's whereabouts to come forward.
We just want to bring justice to the victims.
So again, on your screen now, that is a photo of the man they are looking for killing this woman and her daughter. That is Andre O'Dane Anglin. Take a good look. If you recognize him, if you know where he is, back out live here. If you have any information that can help in this investigation, give Broward Crime Stoppers a call. That number is 954-493-TIPS. Reporting live in North Lauderdale, Syra Onwer, Local 10 News.
All right, Syra, hope somebody makes that call. Thank you.
And then, like the coward he was, Andre ran. Didn't even have a car. Witnesses said they didn't hear any screeching tires. This man fled on foot through that neighborhood, past that daycare full of terrified children, leaving 2 bodies in a parking lot and 2 traumatized little boys in a car. The Broward Sheriff's Office responds to the scene and immediately knows exactly who they're looking for. Andre O'Dane Anglin, 34 years old, with a history of domestic violence dating back to 2009 and absolutely nothing to his name except warrants and audacity. The crime scene was devastating. Jennifer and Anastasia were found about 15 yards apart, one near the grass by the townhouse entrance, the other near their blue car with the doors still wide open. Inside that car, a child's car seat, backpacks scattered on the ground where Anastasia dropped them, trying to run for her life. Papers everywhere. Just a regular Wednesday morning turned into an absolute nightmare. The Broward Sheriff's Office put out an APB immediately. They've got Andre's description, his photo plastered everywhere, and a $5,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. And here's the kicker. They don't even have a last known address for this man because he was homeless. No home, no job, no fixed location, just vibes and violence. Police said he frequented the Margate area, which is code for this man was couch surfing and being a burden to whoever was unfortunate enough to let him in their house. For 5 days, this man is on the run. 5 whole days where Jennifer's family doesn't get closure, doesn't get justice, doesn't even get the satisfaction of seeing him in handcuffs. 5 days where her 2 sons have to process what they witnessed without knowing if the man who destroyed their family is going to come back. 5 days of hell for everyone except Andre, who's apparently playing hide and seek, like this is a game. April the 18th, 2022, Monday evening, just before 6 p.m. The Broward Sheriff's Viper Unit, that's Violent Intervention Proactive Enforcement Response, which is a fancy way of saying we handle the absolute worst people society has to offer. They get a tip that Andre's been spotted at a Circle K gas station on West Sunrise Boulevard. A Circle K, a gas station. This man really thought hiding in a place that smells like stale hot dogs and broken dreams was gonna work out long term. What was the plan here, Andre? You were gonna live off Slurpees and regret until everybody just forgot you executed 2 people in broad daylight. You thought the statute of limitations on double homicide was 6 days. The math ain't mathing, sir. So the Viper unit surrounds the place. They spot Andre going into the bathroom, and they know it's him. They try to make contact, probably calling out, "Andro, we know you're in there. Come out with your hands up," like this is a bad episode of Cops. And then they hear it. Pulp. One gunshot from inside that bathroom. Deputies rush in and find Andre dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He took the coward's way out. Denied Jennifer's family their day in court. Denied those babies the chance to hear a judge say, "Your father was wrong and he's being punished for it." Denied the community the satisfaction of seeing him held accountable. Because even at the very end, even when he had nothing left, he still wanted control over one last thing. His own ending. Sheriff Gregory Toney held a press conference and said what everybody was thinking. "I'm very proud of the excellent work conducted by our investigators and Viper unit. They located and tracked down a menace to society. Unfortunately, this coward decided to take his own life rather than face justice for the heinous murders he committed." Coward. That's the word the sheriff used. And he was absolutely right. This man spent his whole life running from responsibility. Couldn't hold down a job, couldn't be a proper father, couldn't be a decent husband. Couldn't even face the consequences of his own actions at the end. Just a lifetime of taking the easy way out. And his final act was the easiest exit of all. The funeral for Jennifer and Anastasia was held in a small ceremony, but the impact of their deaths was loud. The church was packed with people who loved them, people who were devastated by this senseless loss, people who couldn't believe that in 2022, in America, a woman could do everything right, get restraining orders, divorce an abusive man, build her own success, try to move on with her life, and still end up dead because the system failed her and one man's ego couldn't handle rejection. Jennifer's family spoke at the funeral about who she really was. Not just a victim, not just a statistic, but a woman. A mother who worked 3 jobs to provide for her kids. An entrepreneur who helped other people build wealth. A daughter, a sister, a friend, a light in this world. And Anastasia? Just 15 years old with her whole life ahead of her. College applications she'd never fill out, graduations she'd never attend, kids she'd never have, dreams she'd never achieve. All of it stolen because her father loved himself more than he ever loved her. And here's what really gets me about this whole tragedy. Andre had been showing the world who he was for 13 years. That 2009 domestic violence conviction should have been a red flag the size of Texas. The restraining orders in 2018 should have triggered more protection, not less. The system had multiple opportunities to take this man seriously, to keep him away from Jennifer, to protect her, and at every turn, the system said, good luck with that. Jennifer's family has committed to keeping her memory alive by speaking out about domestic violence, about the failures of the court system, about how we have to do better protecting women who are trying to protect themselves. Because Jennifer did everything the right way, and she still ended up dead. If that doesn't tell you the system is broken, I don't know what will. Her 2 sons are growing up without their mother and their sister, carrying trauma that no amount of therapy will ever fully erase. Every time they close their eyes, they probably see that morning. Every time they hear a loud noise, they probably flinch. Every milestone they hit, graduations, first jobs, weddings, kids of their own, their mother won't be there. Because a man who contributed nothing to their lives took everything from them. And Jennifer's business? Bologna Financial Services? That dream she built? Gone. The clients she was helping? They lost their guide? The community she was serving? They lost a leader? All because one man couldn't accept that she outgrew him. So what do we learn from this? What's the takeaway? Here it is. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. When a man threatens you, take it seriously. When your gut tells you something's wrong, listen. When the red flags start waving, don't wait for them to spell out your obituary. Get out. And to the system, to the courts, to the people who make these decisions about restraining orders and domestic violence cases, do better. Stop making women jump through hoops to get protection. Stop dismissing cases because someone missed one hearing. Stop treating domestic violence like it's a minor inconvenience instead of a deadly threat. Because Jennifer Bellany is dead, and her daughter Anastasia is dead, and those two little boys are traumatized for life. And Andre O'Dane Anglin got exactly what he wanted. Control over the narrative right up until the end. Rest in peace, Jennifer and Anastasia. You deserved so much better than what this world gave you.